Sige po, habang inaayos niyo po yung litrato, just to show you po. First of all, magugulat po kayo with my statement, but flooding can be very beneficial. Sa amin po, it has always flooded every year, no? And bakit po beneficial yon? Because pag bumaba po yung tubig galing po sa bundok, and that includes the Sierra Madre, okay? So, abot po sa amin yung Sierra Madre, dun po, ayan. So, back po, first photo. So, yan po, no? That's the Macabebe High School, ayan po. That's part of the 2 billion school buildings na binigay po ng DepEd, inabot rin. And that was just last week. So, dala-dala po nung ating pong kababayan yung relief goods ng DSWD. So, moving forward, opo. Ayan po, the flooding is the worst in 50 years. It got so bad po that wala na pong makapasok na sasakyan. And pinadala na po yung Philippine Army kasi it was the largest disaster po in the last 50 years. It was so horrible po that our district hospital was closed dahil po because inabot na po ng baha yung district hospital. So the patients had to be evacuated, and first time in 50 years also that the district hospital closed. So, napakasad talaga nun. Ano po, buti na lang may backup hospital ako. So, linipat po namin doon. But we have suffered po the worst flood in 50 years or ever since ako po ay nabubuhay. And it's indeed very, very, very sad po. No? To the fact na nasarado pa po yung ospital namin. But that being said, yung tubig po sa amin ay galing po ng Sierra Madre. Okay? Aside from that, may tubig din po kami nagba-backflow from Manila Bay. So, dalawa po yung may tubig pataas going down at may tubig kami sa baba going up. So, nagkikita-kita po sila to produce the most massive flood ever seen. But again, flooding can be beneficial if it is properly controlled. Kasi po, nalilinis din po yung abono and pesticides. And then, nagtatanggal na rin. Ang masama lang po talaga pag nagtatagal po yung baha. Every year we flood, and that gives new soil and the most fertile rice po in the entire Central Luzon. Kaya lang, by the way, Candaba Swamp is not only in Candaba, ha? Bulacan, areas of Nueva Ecija, and areas po, Pampanga. Napangalan lang pong Candaba Swamp, just to let everyone know. And it produces po 50% of the rice in Pampanga. So, ililinaw ko lang po yon. So, marami yung nagsasabi, Doktora, ba't di ka nalang umalis dyan? Well, we can't leave because vital infrastructures are here, like the railway, and the NLEX. And we have the number 1 fishing industry po in the Philippines, aquaculture, billion din po yan. And our industry will not exist po without water. Pero too much water, masama rin yun. So, 2 years ago, the NLEX flooded. And I always say, I'm very happy. I'm sad that the NLEX flooded, but I'm happy also that it flooded. Kasi dati, bahala ka sa buhay mo. But when the NLEX flooded, suddenly it was everybody's problem na po. And we realized that it's not a small problem of a certain number of towns, but it is now a national problem. So, during that time, there was this debate whether dredging is useless or necessary. I think we've already settled that sa dami po nang nagsabi na dredging is important. My first question is, pwede ba kami bigyan na lang ng dredgers yung mga LGU para sila na lang po mag-dredge? Lalo na kami mouth of Pampanga River po kasi kami. That might be a better solution para yearly, i-dredge na lang po.
I think pwede naman natin pong mapagtulungan po siguro. I think with the participation of the local governments. Ang ano lang po namin dito is we don't still have the equipment to start with. The equipment that we have now, yung pang nadatnan pa rin ni Undersecretary Momo nung Undersecretary pa siya. So lumang-luma na po, wala na po mga kasi Secretary Mercado nung araw pa, wala na po mga spare parts yung mga yun. So, I think ito po yung ngayong pinag-asam-asam namin na dapat makabili nga kami ng bagong dredging equipment in the next few years po. But rest assured po na kung meron po kaming equipment that would be made available, I think we can explore the possibility with the LGUs po. Not only with the LGUs, but ang programa po namin dito is actually once we have the equipment, we can do it by administration. Yes po.
I would like to say that dredging is important sa amin. Hindi lang po because of normal soil na nahuhulog, pero ang nahuhulog po sa amin is lahar. So, can you imagine ho kung gaano katigas yun, and that's occupying the bottom po of all our rivers. It got so bad nga that the DPWH made another river kasi hindi na talaga pwedeng existing rivers. So, gumawa po sila ng third river. That's part of it was already slope protected using our Korean loans. So, sobrang grabe na po yung wala na kaming river carrying capacity. Gumawa na po tayo ng bagong river, which we call the third river. So, baka kailangan na ho ng fourth river ngayon. So, next question I wanted to ask, bakit po may ceiling yung budget ng mga tao, lalo na po pagdating sa flood controls? Hindi po ba dapat kung saan yung needs, di dun yung proyekto? Kasi po, yung area ko, nakasiling ako sa flood control. Pero kami po, anyway, let me put it this way, okay? Pag may tubig, kami po dito, so lahat kayo, babahain. So, kailangan buksan to. No? And that's what dredging is. Once you open this, lalabas lahat eh. That is what dredging is about. But my question is, hindi ho ba dapat yung mga flood controls by needs? Hindi ho by ceilings. Kasi pag siniling po kami, abot yung tubig sa ceiling. So, what is the point of this? And lastly, why are we, sana po, ilagay po natin yung mga flood controls dun sa lugar na nagpa-flood. Hindi po sa lugar na hindi nagpa-flood. So, can we discuss po na baka naman areas? Kasi pag nabara po kami, lahat kayo, paakyat yung problema. Opo. So, kailangan ho talaga namin ng mga flood controls. Kasi if there was a ranking of flood sa Pilipinas, sa amin na yon. So, is it possible na to discuss further
Your
flood
Honor.
controls? Opo.
Yes, Your Honor. I think ang naman po namin, in the preparation of our National Expenditure Program, as we said, we have two core functions. 001 is actually for National Roads and Bridges Management. 002 is flood control. Now, in the allocation of your NEP, National Expenditure Program allocation, we only say that 30% of your allocation can be devoted to local projects, and the 70% can either be 001 or 002. We don't have any ceiling at all for both. If you want to use actually the entire allocation of 70% for flood control, you can do so. If you want to put it all in roads, you can do so as well. It's flexible, Your Honor, depending on the requirements that you may need in that area. So wala ho kaming ceiling na ini-impose for flood control or roads at all.
Well,
For the 70%.
opo, pero nakasiling pa rin ho yun.
The ceiling is actually the ceiling that you are imposing is actually yung allocation for
Per person.
the legislative district.
Ayun na nga ho, but we shouldn't confine it ho to per legislative district 1 BICA or something. Dapat alamin mo kung ano yung needs. Kasi yung flood control namin is possibly more than 1B already. Opo. And again, kung saan po yung, kasi kung ako mababaha, hindi lang ako lang lahat po tayo mababaha. We can no longer pass the NLEX. Our railway is going to be useless. So, sana po, pag-isipan lang. Opo. And then, moving forward po, ano pa ba? I was always told when I was young na, Jaika told me, when I was really, really starting out, sabi, you cannot fight
Nature.
water. As I was borrowing 7B. They told me, you cannot fight water. You have to learn to live with flood. So, how are we adapting ourselves? I'd like to share po yung school building po namin. Paki-project lang po. Sige po, next pa. Sige po. Anyway, gumagawa na po kami ng school building na wala pong first floor.
Yes.
Opo. And may we request that to be the design standard. Nakabigay ba?
Yes.
Nabigay po yung picture. If you could project it po para we can see what we are talking about. Ma'am Jem? Ay, naayos lang. So basically, I'm proposing a design standard na po. Meron na ba? Ayan po, oh. Tingnan niyo po, yung ilalim, talagang empty na siya. Para pagdating po ng tubig, dadaan lang po. Tapos, everybody lives on the second floor and gumagawa po kami parang mga sky bridge. So, I hope that we could impose this as or study this as the design standard for all public buildings actually. At pati yung hospital ko, nakaangat na po. Yung ilalim parking po yan. So, kasi, di ba, the definition of, I don't want to say the word stupid eh. The definition of not being effective is repeating the same mistake over and over again. Opo. So, ang dami na ho naming natambak. Yung mga roads namin, 5 times na pong ginawa. So, yung climate change, parang may marathon. Tapos, pagdating mo sa finish line, biglang inuurong uli. So, it's never gonna end eh. So, iyan ang suggestion ko po. I hope all government buildings will be constructed in that manner na po. And that during the summer, we can use the first floor. And during the rainy season, we can use the second floor po. And then they will be connected by a sky bridge. Darating po si Secretary Sani Angara on Wednesday to consider this na po, to do the ribbon cutting po. So, yun. And finally, I wanted also to say, no, there's much talk about impounding and all of this. Ang ano ko lang po talaga is it's okay to help flooded areas, but it's not proper naman to flood other areas na hindi naman ho na-flood para lang ho makatulong dun sa iba. Kasi syempre may karapatan din naman ho yung mga taong may bahay na i-resettle natin para ho bahain. So yung proposal po ng ng water impounding, I don't believe that it's a water impounding kasi Secretary Singson told me that he needed, and it's on record in the newspaper, that he was planning to flood 20,000 hectares of farmland. Yes, it's in the Philippine Star, year of 2016. So he said that. So I don't believe that this water impounding will stop from 200 hectares or what. Para yan, di ba may boyfriend ka, sabi holding hands lang, afterwards buntis ka na. So, ganon. You start small and then just keep making the situation worse until malaking-malaki na. So, that is why we are against water impounding, or sana sabihin nyo yung totoo, kukunin nyo yung tubig para i-sell sa MWSS. So, at least that is the belief in our place. And it's actually quite a violent issue. So, wag na ho nating ulitin yung violence dito na nangyari. But, yun, I'm just only explaining lang po my side na masyado pong emotional yung mga tao, lalo na po kung kukunin po yung mga bahay nila. And that's 9,000 to be resettled. So, parang ayaw na ayaw po. But I think I would like to thank the DPWH and USEC Sadain for moving this project to San Antonio Swamp, kung saan po naman na-welcome po nila ng mabuti kasi nobody naman is living in the San Antonio Swamp. So they were very happy po, and I would like to put it on record that I would like to thank the DPWH for this for moving the project po to a place that was more receptive po sa and hopefully, we will see po if this becomes more effective. But again, the volume of water is really so great po. So, sir, can you enlighten us lastly on the Korean loan and what's happening po? Kasi we are also borrowing from Korea.